When you release a well-established collection in another country, but change the scale, the numbering, the material, the packaging, and the price, and then keep the sculpts the same, people are going to get confused. Prepare to be deconfused as I compare Hero Collector's two versions of their flagship Marvel line in the Who, What and Huh of Marvel Movie Collection versus Marvel Heavyweights. Hello everyone, MMC Fan here, and welcome to my second Who, What, Huh episode, and this time we're taking a look at the Marvel Movie Collection and the Marvel Heavyweights Collection. They use the exact same character sculpts, but differ massively in pretty much all other areas, so I'm hoping I can clear up some confusion among collectors. I'll introduce both collections, and then we'll pair them up against each other to see which is best in a number of areas. Quick disclaimer, this is a UK page. I'm a UK collector, so I only have access to the Marvel Movie Collection. So all the heavyweights info in this video is taken from Hero Collector's official website and not from my own personal experience. So starting off with the Marvel Movie Collection, this is a line of 1/16 scale metallic resin figures from the MCU produced by Eagle Moss Collections. It now falls under their Hero Collector sub-brand, but it's all the same company. It launched officially in the UK on the 5th of May 2016, and a new figure has been added every fortnight since, excluding a couple of brief hiatuses due to COVID. Initially, there was a subscription to receive a delivery of 2 figures each month. Those that are still on that subscription still get that, but it is now closed to new subscribers. They also did a top 50 subscription a couple of years later, which has now also closed. But the collection is also sold on the Eagle Moss online webshop absolutely anytime, and it's also on Forbidden Planet, and the first 111 issues or so were carried in newsagents too, but it's now online only. It has been extended twice, so we are now on issue 122 out of 140, plus regular specials, bonus editions and megas, so it's quite extensive. It covers all of the Disney-owned MCU movies, so everything in the first 3 phases of the MCU, aside from Universal's Incredible Hulk and Sony's 2 Spider-Man solo films due to rights issues. It's available first and foremost in the United Kingdom, and the English editions are also buyable in the EU, but the collection has since also been released and translated, where applicable, for France, Italy, Spain, including a subsequent re-release, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand, Brazil, Russia and Germany. Not every country gets every issue. The Marvel Heavyweights collection, now this was announced in 2020 to be coming to the USA, Mexico and Canada only. To this date, I'm not entirely sure if it's officially started. The first 13 or so issues are all on the web shops in those countries, but they're still on pre-order, which is estimated to arrive on the 6th of April and some on the 6th of May. So it feels like they're not actually shipping these out just yet. These are available through subscription, as I've just said. You get Black Panther for $10 as the first delivery, then 2 heavyweights every 2 months for full price, plus a $4.99 delivery fee. I'll get into pricing later in this video. They are also available on the web shop to buy individually in the USA, Canada and Mexico, but are slightly more expensive on there. And then I suppose the question is, why are these different? Well, the answer is we'll never know for sure, but I'm willing to bet it's down to licensing constraints. It may well be that a bigger company like perhaps Hasbro has control over Marvel figurines of a certain size in the States. It seems it'll be purely business related, and these heavy model versions were the only way that Hero Collector could bring one of their most popular collections worldwide and into the States. So that'll be why they are different. Okay, so now you know what they are, let's dive into some comparisons because there is so much different about these and yet they still look the same. First up, number of issues. As mentioned, the Marvel Movie Collection has released 122 regular figures so far out of 140, plus there are 17 specials, possibly an 18th on the way, we don't know yet, 1 subscriber bonus gift, 1 variant of the Hulk and 8 premium armors. There are also 11 mega editions which are loosely tied to the line, making it 167 in the regular scale or 178 if you include the megas. For the heavyweights, Hero Collector are currently planning 40, but are using the classic line to reserve the right to change this number. This means that if they sell badly, they can end it early, or if they sell well, they can extend it multiple times, as we've seen. They've planned 4 platinum armors, which I'll talk about in a bit, so that indicates to me it's unlikely to end early as they've got that longevity planned. Special editions are also numbered separately, so that makes it 40 regular issues plus a handful of specials. Only Thanos has been announced so far, but there probably will be more. Rocket Raccoon is a free gift, and then those 4 platinum armors, so roughly 50 figures if they don't extend it. The winner The Marvel Movie Collection. It's clear that the US collection is currently not planned to be as wide as the MMC in terms of character choice. Let's move on to scale. The Marvel Movie Collection is in 1/16 scale. This makes them roughly 13 centimeters high, that's 5.11 inches for American viewers, though this varies depending on the character and the pose, if they're kneeling down or whatever. The smallest is currently Rocket Raccoon at 7 centimeters, which is 2.8 inches, and the tallest is Surtur at 19.8 centimeters, which is 7.8 inches. The heavyweights are much smaller. They're at 1/18 scale. The Thanos special, for example, that's actually the same size as the regular ones here in the UK. So at 13.5 centimeters or 5.3 inches, the biggest of the heavyweights is just the same size as a regular one over here. While as much detail is being transferred over as possible in the ones that we've seen, certain aspects will be removed in this shrinking process. For example, on Ant-Man, the wires that connect the back of the helmet have been completely removed for the small version, and the translucent discs on Doctor Strange completely gone. Here are two of the only images out there of the two collections side by side, courtesy of collector Elliot Nolson. Thank you so much for doing these. The winner, the Marvel Movie Collection, unless of course space is a massive issue, but you're going to see more if they're bigger. Let's go on to sculpts. They are made using the same 3D digital models made by really talented 3D artists. As yet, there isn't a single heavyweight planned that uses a character or a pose that is not already established in the Marvel Movie Collection. Some have undergone minor changes. The War Machine heavyweight has some additional detail. Ant-Man's missing the wires, as I said. The Iron Spider has less raised details, it's more smooth. And Iron Man and Black Panther have a much wider leg stance for some reason as well. Thor, he's also holding Stormbreaker further away from his body, but at their core they're the same. I imagine these changes have been made because of the material. The winner, well, it has to be the draw. The differences are marginal, and no one set looks better than the other in terms of sculpt, in my opinion. Material. The Marvel Movie Collection is metallic resin. It's Eagle Moss's go-to material and usually pretty durable, unless of course they don't package weapons very considerately. This makes them roughly 90 to 120 grams in weight, so most shelves will have no problem holding a bunch of these. Heavyweights are actually cast in metal. This gives them a much more premium feel and makes them very shiny as well. They also weigh a lot more, despite their size. So a regular like Cap, that weighs 225 grams, or Thor with the cape, that's 350 grams. And the specials like Thanos, well, that's like half a kilo. So these weigh a lot more. The winner would have to be another draw. If you wanted some heavy metal figures, then obviously the heavyweights would be the winner, but if you just want them for display, then the lighter, cheaper material produces the exact same result in the Marvel Movie Collection. Paintwork. Both are painted by hand. The Marvel Movie Collection figures are larger, so they'll probably have more detail in some of the paintwork, but otherwise there's really no difference. Some will look perfect, some will look dodgy. It really depends on the individual that you got painting yours. Take these caps for instance. The paintwork of the beard is much better on the heavyweight version, but half the colour tones on his outfit are missing on the smaller one. So winner is another draw. I can't possibly pick one before the other. They might even be painted by the same people. The bases. Just quickly, the MMC bases are black with an emblem engraved on top of them for each MCU franchise, aside from a couple of exceptions. Heavyweights, they're pure metal and they have no emblems. Not a deal breaker, but it's just not as nice in my opinion. They might show less dust though, I suppose. Winner, Marvel Movie Collection. Packaging. The Marvel Movie Collection comes in these window boxes, which are cheaply constructed and they take up a ton of space. But this allows you to see the figure that you're buying before you open it. The heavyweights come in these gorgeous collector tins. I'm not sure if you can actually remove the lids before purchase though, or if you have to just hope the figure inside is well done. But either way, these tins look incredible. They also have foam shaped around each figure, like Eagle Moss have recently introduced with some of their Star Trek ships, rather than plastic. It's a really premium feel. So the winner this time is heavyweights, though I'm not sure how these tins would fit into a display. Magazines. The Marvel Movie Collection figures all come with an A4 16-page magazine featuring interviews with the people that made the films. They're not as exciting as the figures, but they're a good read and really help justify the price in my opinion. Sometimes the interviews are with the actors, but equally sometimes the interviews are with the effects artists, the concept artists, the set designers, and I find those really interesting. Heavyweights have no reading material, just a couple of paragraphs on the back of the tin telling you what you already know about the character. Winner, easily Marvel Movie Collection. Premium subscription. But if paying for all these figures isn't enough, you can opt for a premium subscription, or platinum if you're American. You don't have the word premium, according to Hero Collector. I'm not sure why. For the Marvel Movie Collection, premium subscribers, they pay an extra £1 per issue, and as a result they are given one of Tony Stark's armours from Iron Man 3 about every 16 issues or so. That makes them worth about £16. Mileage varies, but they also get added to the web shops every now and then for us regular folk at $19.99, so only a little bit more for us. For heavyweights, your platinum subscription will cost you an extra $4 per figure, and you'll get one of these 4 armours every 10 issues, making them worth about $40 each. These are just the UK ones photoshopped onto the different bases, so they will not look exactly like this. They're giving you Sneaky, which they've called Stealth for some reason, Heartbreaker, Star Boost, which they've called Suborbital for some reason, and Bones. I'm sure Striker, Mark 12 and the like will be added if they extend. The winner? Marvel Movie Collection in the UK. More armours available, and the additional cost is much more minimal. The only thing the US has got going for it is that they're sent out a little bit quicker at every 10 issues. And here's the last one. It's the price. This is the big one. The Marvel Movie Collection figures were $12.99 in the UK, which increased to $13.99 at issue 48, and then $14.99 at issue 107. Essentially, when these collections go on for such a long time, the cost of materials goes up, so they do bump them up by £1. Roughly translated to dollars, I appreciate it's never like for like. It would make them $20.87, using that $14.99 price. The heavyweights, on the other hand, if you're from the USA, I'd sit down. They're really going for the premium market with these. So a regular edition costs $44.95 via subscription, or $49.99 on the web shop. Roughly translated to pounds, that would make them £32 or £36 each in the UK, which is more than double. And let's not forget, even though the tins are awesome and they do weigh more, you're getting a smaller figure and no magazine. Ouch. Also worth pointing out that on the American website it says, get 2 figures with collector's tin boxes delivered to your door every 2 months for $44.95 plus $4.99 shipping, which sounds like a fair deal. But later down the page, it confirms that it's 2 new figures every 2 months for $44.95 each, which is sneaky of them. Or should I say, stealth of them. The winner? Marvel Movie Collection. Easily. All 40 heavyweights would cost you roughly $1,800. For that money in the UK, you can get the first 86 figures from the Marvel Movie Collection, and you'd have larger pieces and 86 magazines to read. It's crazy. So to conclude, the Marvel Movie Collection is better in terms of its size, its price, the inclusion of the magazines, and the variety of characters available. It's also available in most of the world except those 3 territories I mentioned earlier. The heavyweights are cool, but they've been aimed at a much more premium market, making them far less affordable. And while I'm sure they'll bring out all the main heroes, there's far less choice on the table as things stand. This being said, the reason the 2 collections exist is completely territorial, so USA, Canada and Mexico, they can't buy the Marvel Movie Collection unless they ship it from third-party sellers or sites, and vice versa. As things currently stand, the heavyweights can't be bought in the UK or Europe. So to end on a bombshell, the Marvel Movie Collection is better in my opinion, but unless you have unlimited funds to ship Marvel products across the globe, you don't really have a choice. You have to buy the one that's sold in your country. And there we go. I hope that breaks down everything, and I hope that breakdown was helpful. If I've missed any major questions that you still have, drop them in the comments below and I will try my best to answer them. I'll be back with more information videos soon about the Hero Collector Marvel products. Some of this information might change. Prices and things will probably stay the same, but the availability in certain characters and things will change as time goes on. I will keep you all updated the best I can, but if any major changes happen, I will add them to the video or pop them in the comments below so that if you're watching this a few months later, you've still got all the information you need. As always, thank you for watching. You can get all the latest Marvel Movie Collection news by following me on Instagram, Facebook, subscribing right here on YouTube, and joining the discussion in the Facebook group too. Keep on collecting.